Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're interested on this Ashanti inspired MTV 2021 look, hair and makeup, then stay tuned and keep watching. Starting off with hair, I'm just going to part the front into little strands because in her pictures it looks like she has a couple of strands framing her face with her braids, so that's what I'm going to do right here. Now I'm just taking a straightener and I'm just straightening those strands so that they're straight and lay flat on the face. So that's what I'm doing here. Now in her pictures it looks like she had circles holding her hair, so I'm going to use hoop earrings and braiding hair. I'm pretty sure she used real human hair, but I ain't got that kind of money, so I'm using braiding hair and hoop earrings because I have no other idea of what to use for a circle. So I'm just gonna use big hoop earrings. Now if you don't know, my hair is naturally curly, but I have it straightened right now, so I'm just brushing my hair and slicking it back into a ponytail, a tight one, just to make sure it's nice and slicked back before adding any of the braiding hair. Now I'm just taking the braiding hair. It comes with an elastic on it, so I'm just using the elastic to attach it to my hair. I know my hair looks rough, it's not fully straightened, but it's straight enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the elastic around my ponytail just like that, making sure my real hair is on top of the ponytail so it kind of blends in with my real hair naturally. So it looks like that. It looks crazy, it looks completely different colors, but this is the closest color I could find to my balayage. So I'm just going to go ahead and section it into 3 pieces and start braiding. When braiding my hair, I do start with it in the back, braiding backwards pretty much, and then I'll flip it to the front like this and start braiding from the side. Now I got the hoop earring. I wrapped the hair all around the hoop earring, and now I'm just taking some got2b hair glue and I'm just basically setting it around the hair ring and wrapping it around so it stays. Now I open the other pack of the braiding hair and I'm just fitting it through the hoop, just one side and then leaving the other side outside of it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start braiding it as normal. I did leave the elastic on there. You can take it off, but it kind of hid when I started braiding it, so I wasn't really worried about it. I started braiding it normally, but it eventually got too long for me to reach, so I did put the hoop earring in my mouth. I know it's kind of weird, and then I just started braiding all the way down until I could get to the end. Once you make it to the end, you could get a clear elastic, which is what I did, and I just tied the end off. Or you could get boiling water and stick it in there. It'll be fine either way. If you want to add an extra hoop, you can, as well as more braiding here. But for me personally, this was already long enough. It was also pretty heavy. I'm 5'2", so this was a little bit intense, but not too bad. Yeah, so the hair is pretty much done. Now we can move on to makeup. I am starting off with my brows. I am using the e.l.f. pencil in deep brown, I believe, dark brown. And I'm just gonna go ahead and fill them in as I normally would, just because the eyebrows that she had and mine are pretty similar, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Now I'm just taking some concealer to clean up my eyebrows, to prime my eyes, and to add more coverage to any of the areas that I want more coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up my brows, and then I am going to put this around my nose since I do have some redness there. Any pimple marks, and then to brighten my eyes, add a little bit more coverage there, as well as prime my lids for the eyeshadow. Now that everything is blended out, I'm going to go ahead and start with eyeshadow. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix these two shades here and basically put this all over my eyelid. I will also leave all the products I use in the description box below. Now I'm just going into the James Charles palette, and I'm taking this nice black. I like this black a lot. I feel like it's very pigmented and it's pretty nice to work with. So I'm just taking a small fluffy brush and I am packing on the black, and I'm using a small fluffy brush because I want it to be neat and I don't want too much fallout. So that's what I'm doing here. Now I'm just going to take a different fluffy brush and I'm just going to go ahead and blend the black and the brown together so it doesn't look so harsh. Now I'm just taking some lashes. These are by the Lash Bar LA in the style Craze, and I'm just going to go ahead and put those on. Now that my lashes are on, I'm going to go ahead and start adding some foundation. This is W6 by True Match, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that all over my skin and then blend it out with a makeup brush. Now I'm just taking some concealer and putting it in these areas. Concealer I used was Maybelline Age Rewind in the shade Neutralizer. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use my brush, the same one I used for the foundation, and just blend it all in. Now I'm just taking a sponge and I'm just making sure everything is nice and blended in. Now I just basically took some setting powder and I put it all over those areas that I used the concealer, and I'm letting it set for a little bit before I go in and start adding my face powder. So I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes with black liner because it looks like she had some black liner. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now I'm just going in with some face powder, putting it all over my face and dusting off any of the setting powder as well as pushing some of it in. Now I'm going back in with that black shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and take a small fluffy brush and just pack that underneath the lash line and kind of smoke it out. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take some mascara and add that to my lower lashes. Now I'm going to start contouring. I started contouring my cheek and lifting it upwards, and then my forehead, my jawline, and my nose, just because it looks like she's pretty sculpted in her picture. So far I am loving this. I think it looks so good. I'm actually really obsessed with this look. So shout out to Ashanti, because this is bomb. Shout out to her makeup artist, whoever it was. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and contour these areas. Now I'm just taking some blush and I'm basically blending that into the contour on my cheek, a little bit on my nose, and then that's pretty much the areas I'm putting it. Now for a lip liner, I'm just taking a brown. This is KKW Classic Kim lip liner, so I'm just going to line my lips. I am a little bit overlining, but not too much, and then I'm going to fill it in just a little bit. Once I was done lining my lips, I went ahead and got the lipstick. This is also KKW Beauty in the shade Classic Kim as well, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill my lip in with that. And this is it for the lips. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some highlighter. Now it looked like she kind of had a slight glow, nothing too much. So I basically added a little bit of the highlighter to the cheeks, the chin, and the forehead to give me a little bit of a glow. But I wanted to maintain the matte look. But this is pretty much it for the look. I love it. I think it looks so cool. The hair is probably my favorite. But I love the smoky eye and lip too, so I can't decide. But anyways, I hope you guys like this look. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.